Hey, hi guys, I am back with my September series for SEM 1 and SEM 2. So, today I am uploading for SEM 1, and that is economics. There are few things which I would discuss, but that I would discuss at the end of the video once I complete the entire assignment thing, and post that I can discuss that. So, for the economics exam, for the economics assignment, the first question is about demand forecasting. So, in the introduction, you have to mention what is demand forecasting, what are the uses of demand forecasting, and then in the concept part, you have to mention about the three needs of demand forecasting. So, the three needs of demand forecasting can be, say, fulfilling the objective of the company, or budget preparation, or stabilizing the production process, stabilizing employment. So there are a number of things which are available on net. You can search need of demand forecasting, and you will get the details. Moving to the second part of this question, you have to mention the steps that are involved in demand forecasting. So the steps that are involved will include specifying the objective of performing the demand forecasting, defining the timeline within which for which you are doing the demand forecasting. Then there is choosing the method of demand forecasting. So there are various methods which you can choose. Then there is data collection, then interpretation. So these are the 5 steps which are basically of demand forecasting, which you have to mention. And then in the conclusion, you mention what are the benefits of demand forecasting. Now moving to the second question, this is about revenue. You have to calculate total revenue and average revenue plus the marginal revenue. So first in the introduction, you mention what is revenue, how does it come, what are the uses of revenue. So basically any business will do business for revenue. So the profit that is earned out of sales is basically the revenue. Then you define what is total revenue, what is average revenue, and what is marginal revenue. Post that, you do the calculation. So in calculation, total revenue is, say, there is a formula for this. It is readily available in the market on website. What you have to do is price into quantity, that is your total revenue. Then for average revenue, you have to divide total revenue by the number of quantities that are sold. Post that, you have to calculate marginal revenue. So marginal revenue is TRN minus TRN minus 1 divided by QN minus Q1. So basically, if I see the total revenue, which is the second revenue, so that is 9,000 minus 10,000, that is minus 1,000, divided by the difference of quantity. So that is 60 minus 50, that is 10. So the value comes to minus 100. So this is how you find out total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue. And post that, in the conclusion, you have to mention what is the relationship between total revenue and marginal revenue. So if I see this particular table, it comes as the total revenue, however, declines as the quantity increases and the price falls, but the marginal revenue is already into negative. So ideally, even though the company is earning profit, it's of no use, it's making loss. So this is the conclusion what you can mention in second question. Moving to third question is about income elasticity of demand. What you have to do is, first in the introduction, define what is income elasticity of demand, what is the formula for that. So income elasticity of demand is percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in the income. I'm so sorry, it's income elasticity of demand. I just missed the income elasticity. So basically the elasticity of demand formula is same for everything, whether it's income elasticity or it's normal elasticity or it's price elasticity. So percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in the income, and then you write about the 5 types of income elastic demands. So that is high, unitary, low, zero, and negative. Post that, you have to do the calculation and you will get the formula, you will get the answer for this. For me, the answer comes to 0.50. And then in the conclusion, you mention how this change in income is supposed to affect the demand of milk. So basically, as the income increases, the demand for the milk also increases, and that is how you conclude the question 3A. Now moving to question 3B, here you have to calculate the price elasticity of demand with the same formula. Only thing is, above it was change in income, and here it is change in price. So the formula remains the same. Price elasticity of demand is equal to change in percentage change in the quantity divided by percentage change in price. And there is a what you have to do is to find out percentage change in demand. You have to minus q1 by q0 divide by plus q1 plus q0 divide by p1 minus p0 plus p1 plus p0. So this is how you come to the formula. This formula is available on net, you can search out. And post that, once you do the calculation, the price elasticity of demand is minus 2.4. So you define how do you interpret the PD when it is say equal to 0, less than 1, more than 1, or it is infinity. So this is minus 2.4, and because it is minus 2.4, it is perfect, it is inelastic. So in the conclusion you mention about the product is inelastic, and this is how you complete the question 3b, and this is how you complete economics assignment. Moving to the things which I had to discuss. First is congratulations to everyone for those who have passed out in their exams, and be ready for the second sem. Second thing I want to discuss is about the assignments. I have received many people messaging me saying that they have received 0, and this I believe is there is a cause behind this. There was some data which was being shared on groups that this is how you complete the assignments, and I think that there is a document which was being shared. This document was cheaply available. I don't know, people must have bought it and they have shared it in the group. However, I found out that this data which was being shared is not even up to mark to write about the assignment. If you read the question and if you read the answer, you will yourself come to know that this is not matching what is being asked. And many a times it happens that in the document the articles of websites have been picked up, and they have also mentioned it was published on so and so date on that particular website. So this hygiene is supposed to be taken care by you, and that is why I believe, because this assignment was shared in the group and people have referred that thing, though they have written in their own words, but the content remains the same. So that is why I believe many people have got 0 in assignments. It's a request, please do not follow these people. Even though you can get it at a cheap rate, it's easy to really get these details and work on it. However, you are losing your time, you are losing your money. So be cautious and write your own assignments. If you still find it difficult, do buzz me. I'm always available. Thank you and best of luck.